Dear judges, we are students from Lodong Senior High, and our instructor is Miss Zhu, who is our geoscience teacher as well. Our topic of research is factors that would affect the fisheries, where we took Kaohsiung Port for example. In abstract, you can have a better understanding of Kaohsiung. Located in southern Taiwan, Kaohsiung is a world-famous city where a port converted from a lagoon was built. It has been famous for both shipping and fisheries since hundreds of years ago. In this research, we combine the fishery yearbook, the global data, and the weather data from the Central Weather Bureau in order to figure out the connection between the weather and the fish catch in Kaohsiung. In our project, we researched the coastal fisheries, the coastal fisheries, the offshore fisheries, and the far sea fisheries separately. With the data sources mentioned above, we came to a conclusion that can be seen in following pages. Although there are plenty of operating variables related to catch, we will try our best to explore more things unknown.
In the introduction and research question, you can see that we are curious about what can affect the catch in Kaohsiung. Also, we want to explore whether the weather factors, such as the air temperature and the rainfall, affect the amount of the fish catch, and that's why we started the research.
In the next page, you can find the location of Taiwan and some geographical information about Kaohsiung Port. The globe data site we choose is Kaohsiung Municipal Changing Junior High School, because it is close to Kaohsiung Port and it has relatively complete data entry condition in 2018 and 2019. To find the association between them, we consulted the Fisheries Yearbook from 2010 to 2019, which were written by Kaohsiung Fisheries Agency, as well as some weather data from Globe and Central Weather Bureau.
Kaohsiung is on the edge of the tropical monsoon climate zone, which leads to a narrow annual range of temperature and concentrated rainfall in summer, most of which is attributed to the prompt rain in May and June, afternoon thunder showers caused by southwest monsoon, and constant typhoons in summer and autumn. The picture on the right shows the monthly average of the fish catch at Kaohsiung Port. The quantity of the fish caught became the most in December, and it is almost 4 times more than that in January.
As we know, fishes are varied in their distance from the fisheries countries, separating them into 4 different kinds: coastal fisheries, coastal fisheries, offshore fisheries, and far sea fisheries, just like the schematic diagram displayed on the right. In a briefing, we are going to discuss them separately, because each of them may have different influence factors.
After our research, we found some elementary phenomena about the annual fish catch at Kaohsiung Port. First, in the aspect of cultural fisheries, by consulting the biologic behaviors of some fish that contribute to the majority of local cultural fisheries, we found that the spawning period of prawns, milkfishes, and weavers is between March and September, so there might be less fish caught in summer. Second, in the aspect of coastal fisheries, we combined the charts from the Fisheries Yearbook with the information we consulted from the internet, finding that neither cold or hot is suitable for fish to grow, especially when the burning hot weather comes. Some kinds of fish, such as black beans, hide its shade, and the baby fish can hardly grow up. Also, the local fishermen usually adopt night fishing because of the hot weather. This is the reason why the catch in summer and winter declined. Third, in the aspect of offshore fisheries, we drew the schematic diagram according to statistics, figuring out that the catch grows in 3 periods. Generally, the catches became better in spring, fall, and winter. As the result of being located in the tropical sea, there was coastal current flowing past the exclusive economic zone of Taiwan, and the trend will enhance the catch in this period. Apart from it, we thought there might be a crux of other weather reasons, such as the temperature. Last but not least, the amount of the fish caught varies very greatly with the month, and there are two periods with the most amount of fish caught. One is from May to July, and the other is from October to December. It is obvious that there is no direct association between the two periods and the weather because far sea fisheries usually take place in summer that is more than 200 nautical kilometers far from Kaohsiung. We assume that the high seasons come when local fishermen go overseas to catch fish, and the frequency of it is about twice a year. In the discussion, we're going to talk about three questions that are worth thinking. The first one is about the majority of the fish caught at Kaohsiung port. If you look at the amount of each kind of fishery, you'll find that the amount of far-sea fisheries is much more than the others, accounting for nearly 80% of the overall quantity of the catch. The cultural fisheries account for about 15% of the overall quantity of the catch, standing in the second place. The next one is about the huge amount of rainfall in 2012. According to a statistics from the Central Weather Bureau, Kaohsiung suffered a great amount of rainfall because of the prolonged rain, especially the one that happens from June 11 to June 13, which might be one of the reasons why the output value of coastal fisheries in 2012 is the least among these 10 years. The last one is about a strong cold wave hitting East Asia in 2016, which led to a freezing cold weather in Kaohsiung. Some kinds of fish, like milkfish, couldn't withstand such a low temperature, so most of them were frozen to death, making an enormous loss in cultural fisheries. According to statistics, the output value of cultural fisheries dropped about 26%. In conclusion, we made some induction about the whole research. First, the far-sea fisheries account for the majority of the amount of fish caught at Kaohsiung port, and the second is cultural fisheries. The two kinds of fisheries account for 94% of the overall quantity of the catch. Second, except for far-sea fisheries, there are usually less fish caught in summer, because of plenty of reasons, such as currents, local fishing customs, and spawning periods. Third, if natural disasters happen, the amount of the fish caught will decline. Here are our references used in the research. Thanks for your listening. We wish you a healthy and happy life.